Hey everyone, this is Abhishek and I'm here to show you my new project, a sports scheduler as a part of my Fullstack course uh, offered by my college. So the task is to make a sports scheduler app where there are two types of users, admins and players. There is more accessibility to admins. Uh, Admins can create sports which can be used by everyone. Like admins can also create sessions about that sport as well as players can create a session on a sport as well. A session on a sport will be created by giving certain parameters like venue, date, time, etc. So for this, this is a small application, but for this we had to use the PostgreSQL. Uh, the I, first I'll be showing you my output. I have hosted this, and you can also check out my code via GitHub. Abhishek Chukka slash sport scheduler. This is my link. So this is how my home page looks. I'll first log in as a use player, I guess. So this is my player dashboard. As you can see, the player has not got access for editing the sports and also the sessions, but he can edit what he has created. Like the session baseball has been created by Abhi, as you can see here, who is logged in. You can delete this session as well and can also edit it. You can also add a new session. I'll be showing you that. Wait. So I had to face certain difficulties in here as a part of maintaining the relationship between the tables in order to maintain consistency of in the create session to add players into my session. They had to be a valid user, and because of that, I had to make certain changes, but they are not valid. So I got up with this idea like, what if we show the available players in the create session tab itself, and then we can create it. It worked pretty well. I'm creating one more session. Block CC. And also for the sport, I had to maintain consistency with what is there in the table, what has been created by the admin itself. So I had to maintain a list that lists out all the sports available. There are four sports available right now: Coco, Kabaddi, Cricket, and Baseball. Let's select Kabaddi. So here this thing has created. This is the one which is created right now. You can also delete it as well. The database for the cloud version came from render. I use the database they provided. They give us the URL, right, which contains the username, password, host, and thing. So this is the database. Yes. You can also join sessions that others created, and the count will be reflected. Mhm. If a session is in this type of color, it means maximum number of participants has reached, and no longer you can join it. Or else, if the session is invalid, it if the date of the session is past, gone past from today's date, so it will be like it will be treated as a past session and it will not be valid anymore. In the reports you can see who has created what session, like for the current user what sessions has been created and who are all the participants that are present in the current session. Let's now log in as admin so you can see what's in there. So this is how it looks for admin. You can add a sport. Before you would not have this option, right? Let's say football. it will be added. You can also delete a sport. If you delete a sport like baseball and also a session is already created in it, the session ID will be gone. And the session will point to a null. So not anymore the sport name will be shown. Here it will change. But that's not correct. Right? There are certain issues with my code, but I still need to process them. I know what's there, but this serves the main purpose of the code. As an admin, you can delete any session created by any other. You can edit the session. Like for session ID to Coco, we are going to edit the venue, the time, and the maximum number of participants. I'll say 15 will be updated. Session ID maximum 15. You can also see the report, the stats before you can log out. This is my code. This is the output of the code. Let's discuss the code and the challenges I faced in making this one by one. So the first most confusion I got is how to integrate the database. Several videos said something. The best thing I found from YouTube is to create models, migrations, and seeders from npx sequelize CLI from the documentation itself. So I created models, three models, and the fourth model, the I have created three models, and the fourth model is automatically created by the database itself. It is it was created based upon the associations that I use. You can see the association. A user can have many sports. A sport belongs to a user. A user also has many sessions. Like all the tables or the users that are mentioned on the right side will have a foreign key, like user ID, which will point to the user. So the consistency is maintained in such a manner that if a sport is created, it has to have a user. If a session is created, it has to have a user. Also, a session might have multiple users, but all those users should be valid users and are present in the user table. Uh, that is the logic written in here. I have created views for what you have seen before. I have used Tailwind CSS for styling my application. Tailwind provided me an easier way to style everything. Pretty much it. As you can see, you can always check out my code and how it works from my GitHub. I'll be dropping that down in my description. Thank you.